The Nephilim. In the Old Testament, the Bible speaks of angels that fell to earth whenever Satan was cast out. One theory is that they had children with humans on earth, which created great creatures known as Nephilim or giants. Many think that several of these tribes in the Old Testament that were ordered to be wiped out by God were these Nephilim giant creatures. An example would be this giant Goliath in the book of Samuel, who was said to be over 9 feet tall. The conspiracy about the Nephilim is that they still exist today and that there's small tribes of them throughout the world, like the alleged giant of Kandahar story of the soldiers being attacked in Afghanistan. And it's crazy how many times giants have been referenced throughout history. What do you guys think about it?
Did you know that the Bible is the most powerful spell book of all time? And all the spells are located in the book of Psalms. Like in Matthew, they say turn the other cheek and pray for your enemies. Let God do the work. So you say a certain psalm, and an angel might just rough up your enemy, or at least give them a little bit of karma. Or read an assortment of psalms, all for protection. Like these ones here. We all have different guardian angels, all depending on when you're born. And they're all just waiting for you to reach out to them. And they're there to help us with whatever we need, whether it be protection from evil, or to redirect some of the evil sent our way. The Bible tells you when to use it, and the book of Psalms tells you what to say. The use of psalms in magic has been used for decades. Even exorcists use psalms to cast out demons. That in itself should show you just how powerful that is. Could the Bible really be the ultimate spell book? You let me know.
Here are 3 facts that the church probably never taught you. The depiction of hell you see in movies and paintings is actually inaccurate. According to the Bible, hell is a lake of fire and brimstone. Brimstone is another name for sulfur, and when sulfur burns, it's a bright blue color. So this right here is a more accurate depiction of what hell actually looks like. It actually looks a lot more spookier. Fact number 2, Jesus Christ was not a very beautiful man. Alright, this is Isaiah. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we shall desire him. And that's because Jesus Christ had way more to offer than just looks. Fact number 3, according to the Bible, Satan, Lucifer, devil, whatever you want to call him, is actually beautiful. And this is probably how he deceives people. 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Here's another verse talking about his beauty. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee. Alright guys, and we're done.
When y'all get the chance, watch this video. Please watch this video. It is very important. This video talks about the book of Enoch. And every other question that we have is going to explain. I've been asked so many times why the book of Enoch was taken out the Bible. And that's because the book of Enoch doesn't help you better your Christian life. The Bible was made for us to better our Christian life and to learn about Jesus Christ. And the book of Enoch did not do that. The book of Enoch talked about the origins of the world. You see, in Genesis, it talked about how God created the earth, but the book of Enoch talks about everything after that. About the giants, about witchcraft, about the Nephilim and the fallen angels, all that. So when y'all get the chance, watch this video because it is so crucial and it's going to inform you about so many things that changed and brought this world that it is today.
Genesis 6, as well as the book of Enoch and the book of Jasher, explain that a specific group of angels called the Watchers interfered with mankind and committed the most heinous of crime in the eyes of God by having intercourse with women and teaching men advanced technology and all levels of magic in the early years of creation. We can liken the Watchers to Marvel's Celestials, given the fact that they are celestial beings who performed their transformative ability in order to procreate with women and have offspring augmenting the gene pool of mankind. These offspring are called the Nephilim, which we can liken to the name Nephri, Ozymandias's sister, or to the frost giants from the realm of Niflheim. But that's a video for another time.
Run back home, little princess.
Now, women have 2 X chromosomes and men have an X and a Y. When you have the angelic who are not meant to reproduce and decide to mix their own XY chromosomes with the female's XX chromosome, you begin to get a wide array of unintended creation with a 50% chance of having a normal female or a normal male. and 50% chance of having Nephilim female or Nephilim male. Genesis 6:4 states there were giants on the earth in those days. Which days is Moses referring to? The days of Jared. And also afterward. After what? After the days of Jared, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. The book of Enoch shows.
People say that the Bible is true because the things that were prophesied came to pass and were fulfilled. But what prophecies have any of us witnessed being fulfilled? Because I just know in my heart and soul, we are not referring to the things in the Old Testament coming to pass in the New Testament. I have enough faith in humanity to know that we cannot possibly be that gullible. Like, let's just think about that for a minute. The beginning of this book prophesied that a Messiah would come. So in the end of this book, a Messiah came. Do you know how easy it would be for me to write a book right now and at the beginning of this book make a claim that a plethora of unbelievable events would happen? Then in the end of this book, just write that all of these events came true. Now, just because I wrote it in my book does not mean these things actually happened, of course. They're just a part of the script. And what exactly is a script? I'm glad you asked. The definition of script is the written text of a play, movie, or broadcast. And that explains why the Bible is full of scriptures. So now is the time for me to dabble into the world of conspiracy theories, which in most cases is just a fancy term for the truth. Let's grab our handy-dandy Bibles and turn to Psalms 46 in the King James Version. Count down 46 words from the top, and you will find the word shake. Now go to the bottom, and we're going to do this exact same thing, but we're going to skip the word Selah, or Selah, I think I'm pronouncing it right, because it was added to the passage many years later. Furthermore, no one is even sure about what the word really means, although some believe it is an instruction to take a break from a play or a song. Anyway, skip Selah and count up 46 words, and you will find the word spear. So, Psalm 46 words from the top, we have shake, and 46 words from the bottom, we have sphere. Now we have Shakespeare, who just happened to be 46 years old at the time of this writing. Some may say coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. I had watched this really interesting video. They took scriptures from the Bible, and then they took scriptures from other officially proclaimed works of Shakespeare, and they mixed them up. People had to guess if the scriptures was from Shakespeare or the Bible. And I must say, it was truly amazing how similar the writing styles were.
You ever wonder what the last words of Satanists are on their deathbeds? The man you see right here is Anton LaVey. He is the founder of the Church of Satan in America. And on his deathbed, he said something that was a little frightening. These are his last words. Oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong, there's something very wrong, there's something very wrong.
And on his deathbed, he must have got some revelation or an angelic appearance or something. And he went into shock and he said, oh my, what have I done? He said, there's something very wrong.
This is another famous occultic Satanist from the early 1900s. He is known as the father of the New Age movement, and also the father of the sexual and culture counter-revolution in the 60s and 70s, and also the drug revolution. This man's name is Aleister Crowley. He's an occultist, a warlock. He's been in many cults, and he created his own cult as well. According to witnesses, before he died, he would pace around his room. He looked frightened and worried. And these were his last words before he died. I am perplexed, aka I am confused. Proof of Biblical Giants Part 2. Go check out Part 1 if you haven't seen it. These ancient stone axes were found in Greece. It's in a museum now. Now, who were lifting these? What about these giant stone jars? Who were these for? Or what about these ginormous doors found in these ancient temples? Who were these for? What about the countless giant books that were found? Who was reading these? And who was building these huge monolithic structures? People just using nails and chisels? Doubt it. This is a simpler explanation of what happened. Homies were just stacking blocks. Now the question is, what happened to these giants? According to the Bible, there was a worldwide flood. One of the reasons God flooded the earth is because man's DNA was tampered with by Lucifer and his fallen angels. Anything that's made in God's image, the devil hates, which is why he and the fallen ones corrupted man's DNA. So where are these giants that were killed in the flood? Now this is a mountain in South Africa. Oddly looks like a sleeping giant. Here's another photo. It's not Photoshop, it's a real mountain. It's called the Totsklov Pass. Basically these giants were fossilized. Nothing's ever what it seems.
The oldest religion in the world is the Egyptian satanic priesthood. And before you go off and say, well, the Egyptians were here. No, they weren't. They were here before Adam. That, not the ones you see on TV or what they tell us. The ones, those people assimilated. The ones who took the Jews as slaves, they assimilated into a society that already existed. Heliopolis, the Giza Plateau pyramids were already on the earth before Adam was on the earth. They just assimilated and they learned the secrets. The original religion is that, where does that come from? What I just said? The fallen angels from before the flood. The golden age, DNA manipulation is the oldest religion. It's simple as hamburger and fries. They want worship. They don't want you to worship Yahweh. They want you to worship them. That's the whole point of their existence. That's what they want. They want the glory. God wants glory. Jesus wants glory. So do they. And obviously they want your soul because they're pissed at us. So when the tower was disbanded at Babel and the continents were divided, Nimrod and his priest went to Negev. Negev is where all this crap started. It's where it all came from. And then who were these people? Oh, the Canaanites. Who they turned into? Oh, the Phoenicians. Who are the Phoenicians? The Greeks. Oh, yeah. On and on. Well, I told you in my other videos, they had a city called Sidon. Sidon was the continuation or the second sexual incursion of the fallen angels. Why is there a part on Mars called Cydonia? It mirrors Sidon. Pythagoras, the father, the founder of Freemasonry, was schooled in Sidon. That's how the Freemasons know all their secrets. Freemasons on TikTok talking about, oh, I got an apron, I'm 33rd. They're not. Real Masons don't get on TikTok and tell you nothing. You remember this movie, Fight Club? Number one rule of Fight Club? You don't talk about Fight Club. It's exactly the same thing to Freemasonry. Not these little people in here. Oh, well, I go to the lodge. And no, you don't. You don't do none of that stuff. The real Masons don't talk on social media or an app about Freemasonry and their secrets. Anything. They don't talk about it. They're not even on here. So that's the oldest religion. Yahweh is not the damn devil. It's Yahweh, Jesus. That's him in the flesh, man, Jesus. And then Lucifer and all his minions who were cast out with him. I'm going to go live here soon or just do a podcast or something to explain all this. I'm telling you the damn secrets. I'm telling you what the Sumerians knew. It's all over the walls in that museum. I'm telling you.
You know about the door theory?
No.
So take this in. Every single door, or like the normal doors they use in a house, they have a cross and a Bible placed into the door. Do you see it? The symbol of a cross and a Bible are in the door.
I've always noticed that as a kid.
Yeah?
Like like not all doors, but like majority of doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a cross.
The regular door, you know that shape?
Yeah.
So the top part is a cross, and then the bottom is an open Bible. Look at it.
Yeah, no, I do see it like that.
So what they used to do is they made it like that to keep away evil spirits from entering your home.
You know what's crazy?
What?
My old house didn't have that. It was just a wooden, like each was just wooden. That's why I say not all doors.
Yeah.
Because I did like.
It was just flat?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Do you have any like ghost stories at that house?
Man, yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Like.
It's your old pal again, the non-fancy TikToker. Don't be led astray by the information of Asherah being Yahweh's wife. It's not true. Her name's Ishtar. She's the sister wife of Nimrod / Osiris, same person. She did the apotheosis ritual that I talk about in my other videos, and she was, of course, human. And when she passed away, she was seen as a pagan deity, a goddess, because of that very ritual that she did. No other human female had accomplished that. And she was also found in Baghdad in 2003, and she was in an egg-like capsule. All you little agents watching out there, how would I know that? How would I know that there were copper and quartz locking mechanisms that you could figure out how to open at that time?